How'd you break it?
Just squeezed it. It was
Really?
yeah.
It's like plastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic. And the bulb
Alright, so we're going to start at 106.
it was octagon like that.
We're going to have,
Mm-hmm.
you have to find the name, the last name of
Mm-hmm.
the wrestler. Just like freshman wrestler. Just type in Lubinski. Just need the last name. So I'm doing the exact same thing over
I'm trying to think. When I took shop class, we used to take plastics and like melt them together.
So,
So I might have to talk
whoever's
to
on the
shop
far
teachers.
side, whoever made it
Cook
to
me
the
one,
end.
red on one side, green on the other.
Coleman's very own. Two-timer.
So it's, it'll be guys.
Those shoes are
Two of those four.
they get their
We
work
don't know
done.
which one.
You know what I mean?
He's getting active.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope these mics are recording.
These guys are already live. Are we live? I'll give it. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for Battle on the Bay 2024. We are going to be soon starting the broadcast with our 106-pounders. You got Brian LeClaire here joining you today from Bayport High School, along with Chandler.
Did Brad give us the okay?
We're excited to be back.
And we have officials asking us here online, and we're ready to roll. I think the matches are going to be coming up soon.
I
It's been
sure
a-
hope we're ready to roll here.
It's been a great day of wrestling so far.
Year 3, and they keep telling us to come back. Look
You
at this.
know, they obviously haven't learned from past mistakes, or there isn't
No.
anybody else
No.
that really wants to do it. So.
Clearly, they have not listened to the past year's broadcast to let us keep doing this.
Yeah. So we're excited to be broadcasting here from Bayport High School today. We have 32 teams at the Battle on the Bay. Every wrestler is guaranteed 5 matches, which is absolutely incredible. I did hear that it is the largest wrestling tournament in the state
Wow.
based on the amount of matches that we do in a day.
I believe it. And I mean, well, Bayport's fortunate enough to have such a good facility, to have big gym. You can have 10 mats. 10 mats spread out on the gym, still got some bleachers out, and it's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight.
It is the best this basketball gym has looked
Oh, yeah.
since last year on Battle on the Bay.
I'd have to agree with you on that.
So again, sorry for the delay. We had a few technical difficulties trying to get everything set up so that we can bring you the semifinals live. I know in team scores so far, Bayport is in the lead. They've kind of increased that lead a little bit. Germantown is in second.
Last I checked, Bayport almost had a 100-point buffer on
There
the
was.
runner up there, so
It was the last round was really good for Bayport.
there might be a little bit of bias in this
Little
broadcast,
tiny
just a
bit.
little bit.
And Chandler and I, we tried really hard not to
Right.
get too excited if we get Bayport
But
kids.
I'd be lying to you if, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't paying a little more attention to the Bayport guys than everybody else. I just can't help it.
So it's been a great day of wrestling. We're still waiting to get kind of our bout sheets. We do have 8 other mats going on currently. We also have Ryan Wellnitz also broadcasting on the other one, so 2 different feeds for everybody. And later on this afternoon in the championship rounds, Ryan will be broadcasting over there, and Chandler and I will be handling the 3rd place matches. So we got a bunch of exciting stuff coming up for everybody, don't we?
Got to get our voices warmed up here, test our skills out here in the semifinals, and see what we can do. Looks like the first match we're going to be getting at 106 is Kellen Becker from Germantown and August Lubinski from West Bend West.
Lubinski 34-19 last year. He's a sophomore. Becker 22-21 from Germantown. He is a junior. And it looks like we are live and ready to go. Let's have some fun. Chandler, what do you think? You
I'm
ready
ready.
for another
I'm
year,
ready.
partner? Year 3? Here
It's
we
good
go.
It's good to be back at Battle on the Bay.
Let's see what we can do about making it a 4th year.
Ooh, ooh. Surprised ESPN isn't calling at this point.
Great outside shot there on a single.
Lubinski gets the 3-point takedown now. Minute 40 left in the period.
3 points. That is correct for
I gotta
any
get used to this scoring
for any
system.
new fans, wrestling fans watching in. The rules have been changed this year to kind of increase the pace and have more scoring and offense. And it also matches the college.
I was just gonna say, college wrestling switched over to that last year with out of bounds rules and more near fall, more points takedowns. So high school's like, why not join in on the fun? Both guys here wrestling up towards the edge of the mat. Lubinski's here still on top here with a 3-point lead. Go out of bounds with a minute left here in the first period. Are you a fan of the 3-point takedowns?
I am a fan of the 3-point takedowns. You know, you get a takedown, it's a little bit crazy, right? I mean, you can get 2, 3, or 4 near fall now. You know, a takedown and 4-point near fall, all of a sudden you can find yourself down 7-0. So it's going to make you have to try to get those takedowns and work a little harder.
You can definitely rack up points quick, but that also means you can definitely fall behind quick.
And Lubinski's got
almost had an armbar there. Bottom man is still up on his base. Lubinski's still working an armbar.
Got 20 seconds here left in the first period. Still 3-0.
Lubinski's still trying to work that armbar, but Becker just ain't going over yet.
He's got it in tight here. Let's see if
about
he can
to
get
swipes.
a couple. There's a couple. 5 seconds short time. Becker just needs to hold on here for a couple seconds.
Lubinski got a full 4 count there, so that's 4 near fall to make it 7-0 at the end of the first period.
First 4-point near fall for you, Chandler. Well done. Well done.
Becker got choice second period. He's choosing to ride.
Becker being down 7-0. So there's another thing, right? You're down. What are you going to do? Do you want to just try to get a takedown? Kind of an interesting choice there to take top.
Must be pretty confident in his top game if he's taking that. Just try to rack up a bunch of 4 counts, but.
And wouldn't you know it?
As we say, it does not look like he's getting the near fall that he anticipated. Lubinski's on the verge here up, and he got his reversal to make it 9-0. Both guys down on their bellies at the edge of the mat here. Ref blows him out of bounds. Minute and a half left, second period.
And
Lubinski wants to go neutral.
Lubinski's going to give up that one. He says, let's just put this on our feet. Don't want to waste any time. Let me try to work on my offensive game up.
He's trying to rack up some points here and get this match over with.
Up 9-1.
A lot easier to get a tech fall now this year.
A lot easier, and it can happen quick, right? I mean, it can happen in a blink of an eye with the additional scoring this year.
Becker takes a shot, doesn't quite get stuffed, and Lubinski goes around for another 3-point takedown. So now we got a 12-1 score here with 1:07 left in the second period. Lubinski's going to cut him now. Wants another takedown, and it doesn't look like he's going to get a problem getting it.
And deep on the takedown, commanding 15-2 lead here with 50 seconds left in the second period.
Now Lubinski's working for a cradle here.
Quick stalling, I have noticed the officiating today got it, by the way, great officials. They've been working their tails off all day long. We got one of the best ones in the business here. We told him for sure we would tell him that. So
we had to give him a shout out.
Had to give him a shout out. He's doing a great
Battle
job.
Of the base finest. 25 seconds here left in the second period. Lubinski still working on top, trying to get some more near fall.
In Germantown, sitting in second place here, really big match for them if they want to close that gap with the Bayport Pirates today, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. 15-2 short time.
Championship side of the brackets where you really start to rack up those points. Becker looks like he just got called for stalling there on bottom. He's not really opening up.
And it looks like our first semifinalist. Oh, neutral, wait.
Almost at a tech fall.
Almost a tech fall.
One more.
One more. There it is.
There it is.
And
So
there's our first semifinalist. I jumped the gun a little bit, partner. Sorry about
That's
that.
right. 19-2 victory for August Lubinsky of West Bend West. He looks like your first finalist here at Battle on the Bay. The other 106 final is still going on here.
So August Lubinsky from WBW moves on to the finals later on this evening here at Bayport High School.
Look at this. We got a West of Pier versus West of Pier here for 113.
West of Pier versus West of Pier.
Huh.
I bet you that's an interesting wrestle off.
That's an interesting one right there.
We got Thomas Hurley, West of Pier 47-11, sophomore. Caden Van Camp, West of Pier 18-10, also a sophomore. Oh, and Mrs. Warden
Thank you
delivering.
very much.
We appreciate that. Her son Alex wrestling, also a member of the Bayport Pirates State Championship football team, taking care of us here today.
It's interesting to see two teammates come along this far, making it semifinals against each other. That's cool to see. Both sophomores here. And as always, you got to bear with us here is pronunciation and names. Stalemate here. Both guys got a little jammed up going for a takedown. Minute and a half here left in the first period.
And you know, it is tough, right? They wrestle each other probably every day in the room, right? They're both sophomores. They kind of know each other's moves. And, you know, hey, time to go and do it now when it counts and when it matters. Because winner of this has a chance to win Battle on the Bay, right? So good for De Pere. Having some of the lighter weights here competing today. Two of them out of 4 in the semifinals.
Probably the same guy you're practicing against every day, so you guys are probably pretty familiar with each other.
Pretty familiar with the moves, the conditioning, and also the weaknesses, right? What can I exploit? What can I go and try to get some offense going? Or do you say, hey, I'm going to try something new. I'm not going to go with one of my favorite moves. It's a nice time to bust something out that's a little bit different than what you show in practice every day.
Throw something at him that he might not seen before. The only unfortunate thing is here, I don't quite know which West of Pier is West of Pier. I can't quite call these guys by their names. I'm going to have to go by white shoes and black shoes.
Harrelly is, it looks like Thomas Harrelly is green.
Okay.
White shoes.
Okay.
White shoes be green. And green is ahead 1-0.
At least they got different shoes, different headgears, different hair color.
Absolutely.
We can go off that. We can go off that.
Both black would have made it difficult.
Right.
And Van Camp in on a single, but kind of head down here. Gonna have to get that head up and keep working it.
Might get called to another stalemate here if no guys make any improvements. Score is 1-0 here. 15 seconds left in the first period. Ref blows the stalemate. Both guys back up on their feet. Not a whole lot of action going on. Doesn't look like anyone's really going to try to shoot for a takedown here in these last few seconds. So we're going to still go 1-0 heading into the second period.
West of Pier on West of Pier crime.
Oh, yeah. This will stir some things up.
Phantoms, you can see both guys kind of chuckling a little bit.
Caden defers to Thomas. Thomas is debating, and he goes down. Trying to extend his 1-0 lead here.
Semifinal results at 106. Winning by technical fall and advantage.
Now we get water delivered. Holy smokes. M&M's
The perks
water.
of the job plus all that money they're
absolutely.
paying us. I mean, there's a reason they keep getting us coming back every year, right?
It's like we're getting NIL treatment over here.
Winning by fall, Oliver Schultz, 8 point, 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Winning by technical fall, Riley London, Slinger, 28.
Both guys still down here. Thomas is trying to work, get his escape here, but Caden's holding on to it.
Got to get that out or
another
we're going to see
stalemate.
another stalemate. Third one of the match. Again, these guys know each other, right? They wrestle each other. They know their strengths. They know the weaknesses.
I think Caden might have just got one for stalling there, holding on to the leg, not doing anything. So if he coughs up any more stall calls, that'll be a stall point.
West Appear on West Appear crime here, 1-0. Minute 20 left here in the second.
Thomas still trying to work to get that escape, but Caden just won't let up.
He's gotten in deep a couple times, just hasn't been able to finish. Kind of that head down a little bit, needs to continue through and finish his move, and he'd have himself a lead right here.
Thomas gets his reversal here to extend the lead to 3 now, 3-0. A minute left here in the second period. Thomas is going to try to open the gap here now that he can get on top, try to work his stuff. Working a cross wrist here, trying to possibly work a tilt. Bottom guy just not opening up a whole lot. Might get nailed for stalling again, but we'll see.
Of course, you say that, he works himself up.
Oh, I jinx everything, don't I?
Some things never change,
yeah,
Chandler.
it's just going to be one of those nights.
Never change. Might be working towards another stalemate here. Oh, and we get a little bit of movement.
A little bit of a crackdown position here. Probably a stalemate, but also 5 seconds left in the period, so the ref just might let this one run out. 3-0, still a lead for Thomas going into the third period. Caden's debating what he wants to pick here, down 3-0 heading into the third. Because now you could, with the new rules, just both on your feet, 3-point takedown, that's all you need. Or get your one escape 3-point takedown and you're in the lead.
Again, it's just that strategy that kind of changes the match, right?
Right. Things are a little different now. Strategy's a whole lot different.
Coach's decisions are a lot different, right? Are you taking both up? Are you going to go down? Do you want to?
Caden did end up choosing bottom. Got up to his feet, but Thomas is working a good mat return.
And Thomas, you know, being 47-11, I mean, we don't have our stat guy Oliver Shevchik this year. Our stat guy Oliver Shevchik is now a freshman, and he's wrestling, and he had a great day today.
Made the podium
as a freshman, wrestling for 5th. We miss him, so we don't have any interviews with Ollie this year.
We could always try to pull him after he's done wrestling. We can always try to get him back on the chair.
We could.
I can't say that it'd be in favor of it, but you know, it's always worth a shot.
See what's new. And Caden Van Camp trying to get one here.
Thomas did a good job of getting a mat return. Minute 20 left here, 3-0. Thomas working a cross wrist here, trying to get a tilt or trying to work something on top and open the match up here a little bit, but so far we're still stuck at a 3-0 match here. Low scoring match with 2 teammates. Still really not getting a whole lot of action here. I think we're just running into 2 teammates wrestling each other, knowing each other's stuff, not really letting them get to their offense or work anything. "20 seconds left here in the match, still a 3-0. Thomas looks like he's in control here on top, but now Thomas gets called for stalling here on top because he wasn't really working off the hips or getting out to the side to try to work anything. Caden gets reset and goes back down, 15 seconds left. He's gonna need to put some big moves together if he wants a chance at winning the match.
Absolutely, he's gonna have to get up, try to get on his offense really quick, but guess what? I guarantee you somebody from West Appear is going to be in the championships.
If I had to bet money,
today.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a bet?
If I was a bet man.
If I was a bet man, I would say somebody from West Appear has punched their ticket, and that just happens to be Thomas Harrelly, the sophomore from West Appear, beats his teammate Caden Van Camp by a score of 3-0. So West Appear gets their first participant in the championship here at Battle on the Bay. And look at us.
Look at this.
Hey,
Look
there
at
we go. Our
this.
first Bayport Pirate.
Owen Wadke here, Bayport's finest. Coming off of 42-9, third place at state finish last year. Senior. Going against Logan. I'm going to have a hard time with that one.
Bone line?
Something like that. How about we might just go with Logan on that one. Logan from Seymour is what we're going to have to go with.
And Logan, a sophomore, 40-10 last year. Oh.
Owen working a very nice fireman's there. Gets a 3-0 lead right off the bat, minute 40 left in the first period.
Owen, obviously, you know, experienced wrestler, senior. This is his year, been working all off season.
Team leader.
Team leader.
Last home tournament on the top of the podium.
Absolutely. After a great year last year, too, you know, he's coming back in here at you know, wrestling at 120 pounds, and he looks fit. He looks ready to go. He looks like he's ready to challenge for not only a Battle on the Bay tournament, but a state title as well.
Absolutely. It's always cool to see those
just
guys.
So comfortable. Thank you,
center.
Kelly, for my wife. Kelly dropping off some paper and some pens and some supplies for us here.
We got a little caught off guard here. The tournament was going by so quick we didn't have time to get our stats and everything ready, so we're kind of just going with what we got here. Still 3-0 here, 40 seconds left in the first period. Owen's got an armbar tilt here that he's working
nice little armbar tilt. He's got just smooth, confident. He's not worried about exposing himself here. Great hip control.
Ref's holding 4.
Got 4 swipes.
Ref's just waiting for him to move on to a new move so he can award the points.
Owen still has that arm.
Owen on top is his bread and butter. He likes to work those bars, tilts, halves, anything like that. So a person like him can really rack up a whole bunch of points.
Just the amount of
now
pressure that he puts
system.
up on that upper body. He's so in control, so smooth. At least 4 swipes here. Doesn't look like it's a very good opportunity for a fall, but hey, great first period.
Yep. Can't complain with that if you're Owen.
For Owen Wadke. Finds himself up, I believe, is it at 7-0?
7-0 going into the second. Owen defers to Logan. Logan's like, well, I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I got handled pretty good in that.
That's it. It's like, okay, what do we want to do?
Not to discredit him at all. Owen Wadke's just on another level.
On another level. Let's pick your poison with him, right? I mean, it doesn't matter where you're going to go. Owen is
one of the best in the state at his weight class, and he's proving it to you right now. Owen got another takedown here.
Owen cuts him loose. Minute 30 left. He's going to really get on that offensive game again. Got that in deep. Should be able to roll him here for...
On the edge of the mat here, see if they stay in bounce.
Instead,
got a good flurry going on
right
here right
there.
in front of us. Ref calls him out here right before Owen was able to get a takedown.
I mean, Owen right there could have went under and tried to get the bonus points, understood where he was on the mat. Instead of going and trying to get the near fall, he went back ways.
Yep.
Just looking to get the 3, but the toes were out just a little bit. That's
Owen
just
gets in on another single here.
That's just the next level special, right? Like there's 2 different moves there. Try the one that's going to reward you the most, and then hey, if it's not there, take the 3.
Right.
Just
good
great
mat awareness, and just goes to show all the mat time that he's got for the experience in all those different positions. Owen here's now got a 13-1 lead here, 45 seconds left in the second period. He's looking to get at least one more turn here and get himself a tech fall.
One more turn here, and we'll have our first Pirate in the championships.
But obviously, we're hoping for a pin here for a team score, of course.
Absolutely. Ooh, he's got a double locked in
double
tight.
armbar, look at that.
And you wanted points.
25 seconds left.
With 25, Owen might be able to sit out here and really create some pressure here to force both those shoulders down.
It's looking like we could get that pin. And if he doesn't get a pin out of here, we're going to get a tech fall. Owen just
bridge,
you can
see.
Here, try to get both of those shoulder blades on the mat. Logan's doing a good job of bridging here and keeping those shoulders off. So it looks like he's just going to end up coughing up a tech fall, but fought a good fight, didn't give up. And it looks like we're going to be getting Aloysius Schlumpf here now.
Hey,
Bayport.
Pirates, Pirates.
Two
Let's
in a
go,
row.
Pirates. Sorry, Ryan Wellnitz. It looks like Chandler and I are the lucky ones here
Look
so
at
far
that.
today, the first Bayport Pirates. And Owen Waukee punches his ticket. What a great match by him. He was calm. He was in control the whole way.
Aloysius Schlumpf with a 40-6 record last year. This year is a junior going against Owen Becker of Germantown, coming off a 46-11 junior year. He's now a senior.
Should be a great match. Aloysius, again, puts in a lot of time. I mean, you know, one of our returning state place winners, and he's a guy that just loves the sport. He grinds it, he lives it, he breathes it.
I believe Owen Becker is also a returning state place winner. I think either Aloysius or Owen had wrestled Owen at state last year. I just don't exactly remember off the top of my head. Both guys feeling each other out here on their feet, but as I say that, Aloysius Schlumpf here gets a takedown. Minute 20 left in the first period. Now, just like Owen, Aloysius is also his bread and butter. Getting on top, working those bars, tilts, anything. He likes to rack up points quick. So if all goes well, Pirates gonna have back-to-back weights here in the finals.
Owen not really trying to advance from the bottom here, just trying to get his hands and wrists free. I mean, hand control is so important. You see Aloysius just locking in on it.
Yep.
Surprised we haven't seen any stalling on the bottom. I would have expected a little bit more. He's kind of crouched in right there, hunkered down.
Keeping his face on the mat.
Keeping
That's
the
not a good
face,
space to be.
trying to hide an ankle. Aloysius just has that wrist locked up tight.
Aloysius with the fresh new dew. Fresh new bleached hair for Aloysius.
I think he wanted to join the football team. We have
Oh,
quite a
look
few
at that.
Bayport
Yeah.
Pirates with blonde hair these days.
Shout out to that Bayport Division I state champ football team.
And great tilt from Aloysius. Starts, no swipes. Yeah, there it is. Oh, he's not going to get one.
Becker did a good job there of staying propped up on his elbow to not exactly break the angle that was needed to cough up back points, but
You can see Aloysius ask the official, "You sure that wasn't?"
Yeah.
It was back and forth.
yeah.
Right call. Great job by the officiating crew.
But as mentioned earlier, we don't question the ref's decisions.
Yeah.
Aloysius choosing down here going to the start of the second period, trying to get that one escape, build his lead.
And Becker here, I mean, 46-11 last year, place winner, a senior. You know, on the first period he was on the bottom. We didn't see a lot out of him. I really want to see what his offensive game looks like here early in the second period, because Aloysius is going to keep coming at you.
And this is a big match here as far as team score goes. These are the top, last we checked, these were the top two teams in the team race, so. Schlumpf here on the verge of getting an escape and possibly a reversal here at the edge of the mat. And the ref awards Schlumpf with a reversal, so we got minute 24 here. Minute 24 here left, second period. Aloysius is on top after getting that reversal.
5-0 lead, but like we said, with the new rules this year, right, you can't rest on a 5-0 lead.
Very easy to rack up points. A takedown and a full count of near fall gives you 7.
And if I'm Aloysius here, I'm going to keep working those wrists, because Becker, you know, he's not really firing off here. He's more defensive than he is offensive right now. So if I'm an Aloysius, I keep riding this out and look for those tilt opportunities once again.
Becker really hasn't been able to work a whole lot. Aloysius has been in control majority of this match here.
See Aloysius comfortable going to his back hip right here, trying to maybe get another tilt.
Almost working a little bit of a crab ride position.
And just like that, he's back up on his feet.
Becker just trying to do a little bit of anything here to just try to get something or try to get Aloysius a little out of position, but Aloysius has been glued to him this whole time and not really letting him work his stuff.
And partner, I like what you said right there. If you look, there is no space for Aloysius. He is on you tight, right? He's not giving you any opportunities to score. He's glued and he's always working something.
It's rare for him to get out of position like that, so he's working another tilt here back in that crab ride position. Becker trying to swim for his head. Almost gets him, but like I said, almost, not quite. So we head into the third period with Schlump getting 5-point lead. Aloysius is gonna start on bottom here again for the third period.
So here in the past, this is an example of that 3-point takedown, 4-point reversal, right? Aloysius gets an escape here at 6-0. You think, I can win this match. Last year, I won. Now you can get taken down and lose 7-6, just like that.
Now everything racks up a whole lot quicker. And as I looked away here, Aloysius gets another reversal, so he's up 7-0 with 1:40.
And as we've seen the previous two periods, Aloysius just tight on top. He's really difficult to score on because he's just on you. He doesn't make mistakes. His body control is just phenomenal.
Right.
And there, as we see that, Aloysius tries a pretty risky move, but he didn't have the arm. It kind of slipped, and you saw him kind of expose himself right there.
Had a little bit of a scramble going on here, but ref calls it potentially dangerous, so Aloysius didn't cough up any points, has a 7-0 lead here. Aloysius looks to let him up. He wants to score some more points, get that major decision, get that maybe a tech fall. Try to score some more points here, get some more team points.
Instead, Owen Becker shoots in. Aloysius
did a good job of stuffing that shot, so he's looking, and they're in a front head position. He's looking to score off of it here.
got to try to flatten him out or just get around for the 3.
Aloysius makes his
Red
way
round
around,
on
gets
the
the
leg.
easy takedown.
He's got his leg locked in here. He's going to keep working his offensive game. Instead of the wrist this time, he's kind of got that leg. I thought he was going to go underneath, but yep, there it is. He's going to try it again.
As of right now, Aloysius has a major decision locked up here in the semifinals. 35 seconds left. Aloysius going for a tilt here.
He's really wanting that tilt. He failed on his last one, and I think he's a little upset about it. He's like, I'm going to get this one,
He wants to
no
rack
matter
up more
what.
points. Aloysius likes his tech falls.
He's going to go. As you can see, I mean, here he is again. You know, Becker goes.
Ref calls potentially dangerous there on a almost armbar that he had there. Arm got away from him a little bit, got bent out of position. Ref didn't like it, so he stopped it. Becker tries to switch, is trying anything here to get up, but flopping around like a fish, but Aloysius is just not letting him have it. So we got back-to-back finalists here now at 120 and 126 for Bayport. Owen Watkins and Aloysius Schlump.
Aloysius just was in control from the start of that match, right away from the takedown. His defensive, his riding was phenomenal, offensive game. I mean, a couple tilts. Great effort by Aloysius, and congratulations, Bayport Pirates, back-to-back finalists.
Love to see it. Yeah, that whole match, I don't really think there was a moment that Aloysius wasn't in control. He was working his stuff the whole time, doing a real good job.
All right.
So now we got Carson Newbert of Luxembourg Casco, state place winner last year with a record of 58-6.
58-6, that's a lot of wrestling for the sophomore.
And he had a 58-6 record as a freshman, so that's pretty impressive.
And Nicholas Kazmierzak from Freedom, 41-9. Franklin. Sorry.
I thought that
Division
too
one.
in that far. Usually I just always think of the wrestling school's Freedom right away.
Should be a great match here. Two highly accomplished wrestlers.
Newbert the sophomore, Nicholas the junior. Got 132 here. Score still 0-0 with a minute and a half left. And again, as I say that, Newbert gets a takedown.
Luxembourg Casco, obviously perennial powerhouse throughout the years. And here we are on his back right away here in the first. I was expecting a super tight, close match.
Yep.
Still a lot of time left, but all of a sudden,
Newbert just an all-around stud.
Newbert jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead.
And not only did we have the rule changes and scoring changes this year, we also got teams shifting around divisions. So now Luxembourg Casco is now a Division I school, which will take some adjustment and getting used to all of us seeing that.
Of course, that a part of the competition rules this year, where a 3-year period, if you've placed, whether that be D2, 3 consecutive years, first place you get 4 points. Semifinals, I believe you get 1. A state championship game that you may lose 2. And any 6 points over a 3-year period, you will be raised up a division. So,
and I believe Luxembourg Castle was coming off a team state title last year, and they've won it a few years ago. So they were pretty much moving up no matter what.
And I will say, after watching that Luxembourg Casco team last year, I know Kaukauna was great, Division I champion, but boy, Luxembourg Casco might have been the best team in the state last year. I mean, and there's some of those powerhouses like that throughout the state. The Coleman, Wisconsins, it doesn't matter the size. It's that tradition. And again, right to his back, great move.
Newbert currently sitting with a 13-2 lead here with time winding down here in the first period. It's always interesting, like you had said, with the Division I and Division II state champs. With you might have a Division I state champion in Division I, but at the same time, those Division II and III schools can compete just as well. And sometimes it would be interesting to see all the team state champs facing off against each other.
Absolutely. And Newbart's going to choose neutral here, 13-2.
Newbert's just looking to rack up a lot
Start
of points.
Start of the second period.
Work towards a tech fall.
If you're Nicholas here, you got to try to maybe get a little bit more offensive.
Work
defense.
A little magic here.
Just trying to work your game. 13-2, but a takedown will go a long way to getting yourself back in this match. Good stalling call there. You could see he really didn't want to attack. He was on the end, just stepped out. They've been calling that a lot today.
Refs are wanting to see the action, and so are we, so you got to like the call. Without any action, we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Newbart just putting the pressure on all day today. He's been the aggressor. He has not stopped. I mean, you know, partner, looking at Aloysius Slump, these last 3 matches have been attack, attack, attack.
One guy's just been in firm control the whole time, not really letting up. And those guys, all 3 of them, Waukee, Aloysius, and Newbert, all appeared, well, Newbert looks like he's going to be a finalist, all state place winners from last year, so it just goes to show you what level those guys are at that are at the podium at the end of the year.
And here Carson, he can settle in. He's got 50 seconds left.
Getting some swipes, looking for a fall, but he might just end up getting the tech fall.
There it goes. And there's our tech fall.
My goodness. Newbert was looking at the ref before the ref even called it, like, hey, I teched this guy. trying to go take a nap.
And congratulations to Carson Newbert from Luxembourg Casco.
Quite a dominating performance.
He wrestled a great match. Again, it's, you know, you see that next level athletes today. It's all offense. Just keep going. Score as many points as you can, and let's try to get that pin there right at the end. Here, another great matchup. Max Gonzalez against George Jones.
Max Gonzalez of East Troy, 55-1 last season as a freshman.
55-1?
Good freshman
pretty
class.
Decent,
winning a lot
pretty
of matches
decent,
here.
Pretty decent year. And George Jones
of Homestead, coming off a 41-21 season. Now he's a junior. On paper here, I'd bet money on the favorite, but you know, this is wrestling.
If I was a gambling man,
you never know what's going to happen. You never know.
I'm excited to see Max. Heard a lot of great things about him, and excited to see him wrestle here today. Actually, I remember we watched him last year as well.
We did.
We need to find a program. Past champion.
East Troy showed up early last night while Bayport was setting up for the tournament. Got themselves a little practice in last night.
A little practice last night. You gotta like it. A few guys probably needing to shed a few pounds.
yeah.
Just want to go roll around on the mat a little bit, get a little sweat going.
Saw some guys in
Loosen up.
sweats and long sleeves. So if I was a bet man, they were overweight.
Great takedown here, just great control, bringing them back down to the mat, up 3-0. And Max, just a sophomore, coming out, down in East Troy, going 55-1 as a freshman. Great accomplishment.
With a performance like that as a freshman, he's going to be hunting for the top of the podium now as a sophomore. Trying to work his stuff here on top with a minute left in the first period, up 3-0. Gets Jones bellied out, but he's trying to build back up here. Jones keeps coming up, but Gonzalez just keeps breaking him back down to his belly. Gonzalez tried for a tilt there, but Jones did a good job of rolling through and not coughing up any back points.
Still working that edge of the mat.
George just grabs onto a leg and is not letting go. Gonzalez can't really work a whole lot here at the edge of the mat.
Both wrestlers comfortable, and all of a sudden a little movement here. Short time, 9 seconds left. George would love to get a reversal right here.
Almost there. Gonzalez with some roly-poly
and
stuff.
One loss of control, 1 point awarded to George Jones. That makes it 3-1 here to start the second, partner.
Can't argue with those official decisions. Green chooses neutral, just wants to make this a takedown clinic. Got the takedown pretty early in the first period and then couldn't really get a whole lot to work after that. And he's in on a fireman's right away.
Beautiful fireman's. And right away, that combo wrestling brings George Jones right to his back. George Jones, great old school country singer, by the way.
Oh, shout out to him. After that takedown and turn, Gonzalez extends his lead now to 10-1 with a minute and a half here.
George gonna cut him, or Max gonna cut him.
Max gets called for stalling here, but coach wasn't really a fan of the call, but can't argue with the refs.
Makes it 10-2, and on a great single leg. Great hip control, great flip, right back and around. That was a very impressive takedown. Again, if the first shot's not there, always look for that next opportunity, that combination wrestling. Really impressive from Max in this match.
Jones now getting here on a shot, but Gonzalez still trying to hang on there. Might cough it up. George working for a
Max
near side
is
cradle
not
here.
happy with giving up any points, is he? He died of a champion, not wanting to give up, and battles through to end up with the takedown. So 16-3.
10 seconds left here in the second period. Gonzalez will probably be looking to try to finish this match off with a tech here in the next period. Jones comes close to escaping there, but time might have ran out, so ref didn't.
Kind of a wild shot there. Still trying to create, not giving up.
Jones back in on another shot, but Gonzalez still
just that scrambling.
He's not going to let that happen. He wants to finish this match up.
Gonzalez, just a great match here. And now he's got pretty close to some near fall here.
Gonzalez doing a good job of getting
7 seconds left in the third period.
George takes a shot, but Gonzalez grabs onto a leg. Looks like we're going to get ourselves in another scramble position here.
Wow. I mean, George Jones was in. Great shot, kind of being the aggressor here. It just shows you Max Gonzalez. I mean, wow, what a great wrestler. Just to get away from that spin around, always create that next opportunity.
No matter how good of a shot or how deep in a shot that he got, Gonzalez just wasn't going to let him score and just refused. Bazile, a senior. Newville, a sophomore, coming off a 44-7 season last year.
Great matchup again, you know, just a lot of great wrestling, a lot of great individual wrestling happening here today. And, you know, 32 teams here, partner. I mean, this is a big tournament, right? So all these guys, you know, making it to the semifinals, big deal. Making it to the podium, big deal. And here we got two really highly accomplished wrestlers. Should be a good one.
Some of the top programs throughout the state of Wisconsin. It's a fun day of wrestling here at Bayport. Bazile gets his takedown right away.
This year, so
I could have confirmed that stat if I had the packet, Oliver.
Oh, good luck to Oliver today. Man, we'd love to see him up on the top of that podium.
Right.
We'll see there someday. I guess we can do without the stats today.
Right. We're just going to have to make do with what we have, so you guys are going to have to bear with us. The other broadcast has all their fancy laptops and stats over here, and we just got some loose leaf paper with chicken scratch on it and some peanut M&Ms, but we're trying to do the best we can, I promise. They wouldn't keep calling us back if we didn't do such a good job.
That's right. 3-1 here. About 38 seconds left in the first, and Bazile, you know, 26-4 on last year. He's a senior, podium place.
10 seconds left here in the first period. Newville actually getting called for stalling here right at the edge of the mat. The ref doesn't think he's working enough.
Oh, right over by his partner. Hey, you didn't even
Oh.
flinch or anything? Aren't you supposed to protect me?
I mean,
they almost came right
It
over
was
the
just
table.
coming right at me.
Semifinal results at one.
Newville doesn't look too happy about whatever flurry just went on. Maybe Bazile tickled him or something and he wasn't a fan of it. I don't know.
Start of the second here, Bazile. Ooh, leg rider. First time seeing a real true cross body. My old specialty. A little high, he's just going to bail. Oh, he's going to give up one instead of the two there. Just in a bad spot, so 6-2. And Olin, I mean, accomplished himself, right? Here he is as a sophomore, 44-7 as a freshman last year. Not giving up, 6-2. We got a good match going here.
He was a state qualifier last year.
State qualifier, so build on that as a freshman, right? This year he's got a new goal, and that's the place, right? You qualify, now you need to place. Let's go. And there's a great fireman's.
You got down to the Cole Center
and
already.
right back to a double into a single on the outside here.
A takedown here from Allen could make this almost couldn't quite finish.
And, you know, that's part of being a sophomore and you're wrestling at a big tournament like this against somebody that has, you know, placed and, you know, maybe you've heard of over the years. So
all that experience adds up.
And that's the end of the second period, partner. I mean, this is a great matchup right here. 6-2, Cole Bazile over Olin Noville as we start the third period.
We've had a lot of good flurries so far, Division I versus Division II.
And it looks like Olin, I think it's pretty smart. He's just going to cut him, let him go.
He came very close multiple times on takedown, so he's figuring if he can just work on finishing these shots, he can.
That'll make it 10-2.
Bazile's starting to widen the gap here a little bit.
Little scramble in there, the sophomore. You know, last time he didn't want to do it, and that's maybe why, right? He got a little out of control towards the end. Hey, visited by the one and only Cole Bartline. Semifinalist Cole Bartline and state champion. Football player as well. Yeah, he's state champion.
8th grade wrestling state champion.
8th grade wrestling state champion. Looking forward to watching him wrestle tonight. I tell you, he's looking kind of skinny for that 165 weight class, but I tell you what, he's as strong as 165 pounder.
Looks can be deceiving. Muscle weighs a lot, I heard.
Absolutely. Always nice to talk a little sports.
Yeah. Talk a little shop with the fellas.
Talk a little shop. So 10-4 here, 29 seconds left. I mean, the sophomore from De Pere, you know, I mean, I really like the way he wrestled today. He wasn't afraid of the challenge. And, you know, the sophomore against the senior, he's going to grow from this match. You know, that's why you come and wrestle here, is to see great competition. And, you know, you're not going to win them all, partner, right? Like, second stalling here of the match.
Ref just called what looked like maybe a stall point here.
Was it a stall? And he says, well, then I'm just going to shoot in on the double here. But
not going to lie to you, I'm a little confused on that one because he was the one in on a shot.
Yep. Stepped in, though, and kind of got everybody settled down.
Put a stop to that.
And what a great match.
But if I had to guess, they were just telling each other Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
150 now.
Hey, my first Youper. We got a Youper.
Look at this.
We got an Escanaba Eskimo.
Maybe I jumped the gun here. Still at 144. I skipped ahead to 150. All right, so we got Blakely Bastian of Luxembourg Casco, a senior coming off a 49-14 record last year, going against Cade Kruger of Escanaba, 34-9 last year. Two seniors here.
Two seniors. My brother Craig, Escanaba Eskimo vice principal.
Bastian looking to put the match away early. Right at the edge of the map. Blakely just needs to get one more shoulder blade down here, and he'll have himself
Youpers are going to fight here. Youpers are going to fight here. Oh, and there it is. Just quick. Nothing he could do. He got caught on that shoulder, right on the takedown. Weird move. Great match. I mean, Blakely Bastian, 49-14, the senior came to wrestle. And I believe he was actually a finalist last year, partner, against another Luxembourg Casco wrestler.
Yeah, I do remember that. We had two Spartans in the finals.
It was Spartan on Spartan crime, big time. But Luxembourg.
I think Blakely ended up two seniors coming off 50-plus win seasons.
Great semifinal match here. Two highly accomplished wrestlers, both wrestled about 60 matches last year, meeting in the semifinals here at the Battle on the Bay.
Schrader in on a shot here, trying to cut the corner and gets around, gets his three, partner.
Oh, jeez, that's not the first time I've done that this year.
I've said it a couple of times myself. It doesn't roll off the tongue quite like two takedown.
The old two that you would hear in the gyms on some takedowns, but
it just won't sound the same as three.
It wouldn't.
Doesn't.
Looks like we got another leg rider here.
Back to back here. This could start our streak.
This is hips. It's going to be a quick one here. We got about 35 seconds. This is where it's tough. It's almost like a snake constricting around you, just stretching you out till you can get you right down.
Leg riding doesn't feel too good. Usually not a place you want to be.
That arm is in. Oh, and hey, great fight by the senior.
Closing in on 10 seconds left here. 7-0 lead, and Schrader punches another half.
Just a half. You can see him settling in. 4 more to make it 11-0. Schrader, great leg riding and using it offensively, right? I mean, there was a difference back in the day. Sometimes people would leg
tech fall. 12-0 here already with 1:45 here left in the second. Is it just me, or does it feel like this tournament's flying by here?
It is absolutely.
I'm checking the time, and we're halfway through the semifinals, and it's only 3 o'clock. Holy shnikes.
You know what they say. Time flies when you're having fun, and I could not be
having
any more fun than watching some just outstanding high school wrestling on a Saturday.